Dr. Diane Jordan, almost 40 years as a chiropractor and naturopathic doctor. She's calling in today from Redondo Beach, California.
Oh, it's great to be here. Thank you so much. I'd like to share with people how Lisa Porter introduced it to me. She came into my office on a cold call. She was very professional, answered a couple of questions, and she left her card in a brochure that talked about thermotherapy. But thermotherapy didn't resonate with me, so I put the card and brochure in a drawer. And then, luckily, she came back into the office again, and her timing was perfect this time because I was alone and it was lunchtime. But something was different this time because I had just spent a weekend workshop with Dr. Carrie Bone, my Australian plant therapy teacher I've been studying with for over 19 years. And this is what's interesting. The last 4 times he came to America, he was adamant that microcirculation problems preceded most major illnesses, particularly cardiovascular disease and type 2 diabetes, also gout, fatty liver, dementia, and even cancer. Several of my patients have recently been diagnosed with fatty liver, which can lead to hepatitis and liver cancer. So this time, Lisa said she had an FDA-cleared Class 2 medical device that helped improve microcirculation. And I thought to myself, I can use this device. So I introduced it to 20 of my patients who all bought it after trying it once. And what they told me was that they felt my passion and my belief in it. And they said I'd never really been so passionate about anything over the years that they'd known me. I bought the professional package and later a third one for my own selfish use at home. And I started using it twice a day. And in 4 days, I suddenly slept 7 hours straight without getting up. Normally, I had been waking up every hour and a half to 2 hours. Yeah. And I woke up feeling so rested, I thought to myself, this is what it's supposed to feel like in the morning, not. It was such a great feeling. And then a few weeks later, I noticed that the swelling was gone in my legs. I've literally been working standing up for 45 years, 7 years as a waitress going through school, and 38 years as a chiropractor. When I got home at night, I had swollen legs and burning neuropathy mid-calf down through my feet. I thought it might take longer for the burning to clear, but it too was steadily getting less. So no more swelling in my legs and getting less burning, which is wonderful. When I heard Tom Milbauer say that the AVACEN moved interstitial fluid as well as the blood, I then understood why my legs stopped swelling. So interstitial fluid is the fluid around the outside of the cell. So the other fun surprise was backing out of my driveway, I could turn my head farther than I had, even after 45 years of chiropractic, which says a lot. So that means the AVACEN was really helping my muscles relax. One of my most striking testimonial is from a woman in her 50s. She told me she was spending more and more money on drugs for her fibromyalgia with no pain relief. I invited her to use the AVACEN in my office for 20 minutes. When she finished, she said, I didn't want to say anything before I tried this, but last night my back started hurting so much I couldn't sleep. This morning it was still so bad I had to take a Vicodin, which I rarely do, and I still hurt. And then she said after only 4 minutes, she timed it in the AVACEN, her pain went away completely. And then she bought the AVACEN on the spot. I saw her a week later and she was still smiling. She was so happy. Another patient bought the AVACEN for her husband, who has bad rheumatoid arthritis with swollen and painful knees. His knee pain and swelling was much less in only 4 days. But the wife happens to have slow-progressing MS. So that was really an interesting testimonial. So then I had decided to give myself a full blood panel before I started using the AVACEN, and again 3 months later. I purposely did not change my diet, and those 3 months fell over the holidays, and I did let myself indulge in holiday treats. So I was monitoring my morning glucose intermittently, and I noticed 2 significant things. My usual fasting glucose was running around 104 to 113. And then several times over the holiday, it got down to 90, 91, and once even 83, which was really good news. But the more surprising number was my inflammation marker, my high-sensitivity C-reactive protein. and it started at 4, which is not a good number, and it's a sign of a lot of inflammation, possibly a heart attack indicator. But 3 months later, it was down to 1.025, which is a good number, and that's without any dietary changes, using the AVACEN 2 times a day. 15 minutes in the morning while eating my breakfast, and 30 minutes at night. And I almost always fall asleep with it in my lap at night, and I really, really love it. I try to get most of my patients to use it before they come in for their adjustment, and it's surprising how their muscles soften up, like almost get mushy soft, and it makes the adjustment much easier, and I can be much more specific about what is still stuck joint-wise versus the muscle-wise. It's really a great tool with chiropractic adjustments. The most across the board I see is the muscles. And I have patients that have just chronically tight muscles that really loosen up better than they've ever loosened up over a period of time. So that is my most consistent thing that I'm seeing. Thank you so much.
Absolutely.